As we continue in our journey through the Seder, we find ourselves in the second part of the Seder, Urchatz. Urchatz is when we wash our hands prior to taking part of the karpas. We take a vegetable dipped in water and we go ahead and we consume it. But before we consume it, we wash our hands. And the Gemara gets into the technicalities as to why we do this ritual washing. But at the end of the day, the Gemara explains we do this in order to get the children to ask questions. Over the course of the Seder, we engage in a number of strange practices and strange behaviors, all there to elicit the curiosity and questioning of the children. Because the entire essence of the Pesach Seder is to transmit our history, to transmit our destiny, to transmit the message of our people, because the story of our nation is the story of us as individuals as well. But in order to transmit, I don't just want it to be frontal teaching. I don't just want to sit there talking and preaching. Instead, I want my children to learn. I want my children to be engaged. And I want my children to want to understand. And the way to do that is to encourage them to ask questions. And the way we get them to ask questions is by doing things that are perhaps a little bit out of the ordinary. And one of those things is Urchatz. We wash our hands before partaking of the vegetable dipped in salt water. And Rabbi Silber Meir Lau Shlita, in his Perush HaNagada Yachal Yisrael, says something incredibly beautiful. Rabbi Lau explains, what does it mean, Urchatz? Urchatz means not only to wash, but sometimes Urchatz could also mean to wash away. To wash away. You see, over the course of the Seder, our job, our sacred mission, is Chayiv Adam Liros Es Atzmo Ki'ilu Hu Yatsa Mimitzrayim. I have to view myself as if I left Egypt. That's my goal. That's my goal. But what does it mean? It can't mean historical Egypt. I'm supposed to view myself that I actually left Egypt in the Middle East. I have no relationship to that. But rather what it means on a deeper level is everyone has their Mitzrayim. Everyone has their narrow straits. Everyone has their difficulties and their challenges. In the same way that thousands of years ago, we actually physically left Egypt. Pesach gives me the springboard. Pesach gives me the platform. Pesach creates for me the opportunity to leave behind my difficult circumstances as well, and to embrace a beautiful new future, to embrace my destiny, to embrace something bigger than my present. So Rabbi Lau explains, but in order to leave your Mitzrayim, you have to do something very important. Urchatz. You have to wash away the things that are holding you back. Because we're all shackled by something. You know, the slave is shackled by literal chains, right? The slave is shackled by his master. But even those of us who don't have a physical master, and even those of us who are not bound by physical shackles, are all shackled by something. There's something that's holding me back. For some of us, it's negative behaviors. For some of us, it's toxic relationships. For some of us, it's the feeling of past failures that weigh me down. We're all shackled by something. We're all held back by something. And Urchatz says, wash it away. Wash it away. Sometimes you have to find the courage to figure out what is holding you back, and then to find even more courage to let it go. And in fact, you can see the beginning of the Seder almost as a progression. It's Kadesh Urchatz as a unit. Kadesh, of course, is Kiddush. Urchatz is washing before Karpas. But perhaps on a more metaphorical level, a spiritual message level, it's Kadesh Urchatz. You want Kiddusha? You want holiness in life? You want accomplishment in life? You want to do something? Urchatz, what are you willing to let go of? What are you willing to wash away? How many of us walk around with so much baggage in life? Anger and resentment and negativity and personalistic toxicity and cynicism and so many things that maybe I acquired over the journey of life for a variety of good reasons. But the shaila is, do you want to hold on to it? Do you want to keep it clutched in your hands? Do you want to harbor it in your heart and in your soul forever? Well, if you do so, just understand that that's a decision. And with that decision comes a reality. And that reality is that you will be forever mired in your current reality, that you will be forever stuck in your current circumstances, unable to move forward. You know, what do we say in Avodim Hayinu? We say in the beginning of Magid, we say, if God would not have taken us out of Egypt, we would all be enslaved to Paro. And it's a strange statement, because what does that mean? We'd all be enslaved to Paro if God wouldn't have taken us out after thousands of years? There are many people under the sun and the earth who have been enslaved. And emancipation comes at some point in time. But on a deeper level, what God is teaching us is if Hashem would not have taken us out of Egypt, we would have still remained enslaved to something. Pesach teaches us that we have the power of freedom. And the power of personalistic freedom comes from the ability to identify and let go of that which is holding you back. I don't want to stay in Mitzrayim. I don't want to remain mired in mediocrity. I don't want to remain tethered to my present. I want to do something. I want to accomplish something. I want to become the best version of myself. I want Kadesh. I want holiness. I want happiness. I want simcha. I want bracha. I want Kadesh in life. I want to be the best version of myself. And how do you do that? Urchatz. Identify your Mitzrayim. Identify what's holding you back. And find the courage to wash it away. Find the courage to move yourself forward. Find the courage to leave your present, to leave the mediocrity, to leave your Mitzrayim, and go on to become something great. Wishing everyone a wonderful day.